Okay, I'm going to kind of rattle for just a minute so we can make sure everybody's in place. So, Regina, if you could get the tribes to the back there. Isaiah 46, 10 and 11, declaring the end from the beginning and from the ancient times, things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. The last part of 11 says, indeed, I have spoken it, I will also bring it to pass. I have purposed it, and I will also do it. Last April, we did a series of skits, and it was called Our Journey to Shavuot with Chuck and Rosella Van Martin, our very own, but anyway. During those, the counting of the Omer, and between the days of Pesach and Shavuot, we began to count the Omer a little bit deeper and more meaningful. But the opening statement for that is that we're going to be doing this, but we're not going to be pioneers. That we're going to be going in the footprints of those that have gone on before us. We went in the footprints of Moshe and Bnei Israel, and then 1,500 years later, Yeshua and his disciples came. So we started walking in their footprints. Looking back over that, there were certain things from the Pesach. So it's really been amazing to me how the Lord has connected Pesach clear to here, and but that was the beginning of the spiritual year. So we've been in this flow. So one of the things was about the living water, and that he who thirsts. I mean, it just over and over it was about coming to get a drink from the Lord, and that's where we're to get it. But one of the other things, as we look back, was about generations. The generations who have gone on before us and those that will come after us. It's about the walk of faith that was set into motion from the beginning of time and will continue for the rest of eternity. What our past generations did had an effect on us today, and the choices that we make today will affect the future generations. And we here today are part of that eternal walk of faith that has been going on once again from the beginning of time. You're going to see the circle of dancers up here, so I'm going to kind of explain it so that you can understand it. We represent the eternal walk of faith that has been going on and will continue to go on for eternity. And we will only stop occasionally to represent waiting for the promise as he tarries, and then to recognize that the prophecy is being fulfilled. We will stop walking and go into another movement to represent that all of creation is waiting with anticipation, and that heaven and earth is waiting to explode with the glory of the Lord. There will be people that walk through our circle, which represents their place in our history and our ancestry, and those men and women waited and anticipated the promise of the Messiah. It is through their faithfulness and persistence that we are standing here today, and we, just maybe we, will be the generation to actually see the fulfillment of that promise, our Messiah's return. And it will be at the Feast of Sukkot that we will celebrate the wedding supper of the Lamb. So, during this dance, let it be encouraging to you, and let us continue and join the eternal walk of faith, walking in those footsteps of those who have gone before us, and be mindful of the days that we are in, for these are the days of Elijah.
Brought forth Judah, Israel, that the promise might be fulfilled in Yeshua ben David, son of David, our Messiah. We worship and praise your name. You're the Holy One of Israel, and you're coming soon. So the promise tarried for generations, through men and women who walked by faith in Adonai. Remember Boaz and the vow of Ruth, and don't forget the harlot Rahab too. There was David, who brought forth Solomon, and there was Josiah, Hezekiah, Mary and Joseph, that the promise might be fulfilled in Yeshua ben David, son of David, our Messiah. We worship and praise your name. You're the Holy One of Israel, and you're coming soon. We're longing for your return, Ben David, Melech Israel. We're crying out for your return, Son of David, King of Israel, and we wait for you. You fulfilled the promise, oh Elohim. You sent your Son to die for me. Like the stars of heaven and the sand by the sea, so shall Abraham's descendants be. Now we're together as one in Messiah, the one new man, both Jew and Gentile, that the promise might be fulfilled in Yeshua ben David, son of David.